The bedroom door creaked shut, and the silence that followed felt like a slap. I stood frozen, my hand still on the knob, her words echoing in my skull. "Not tonight, David. I'm just too tired." Her voice had been soft, frayed at the edges, like a threadbare blanket she kept pulling over the truth. I didn't turn back to look at her. I couldn't. The air in our house was heavy with something unspoken, and my chest ached with the weight of it. Every night for months, it was the same. Her excuses, her distance, the way her eyes darted away from mine like I was a stranger. And every morning, my wallet was lighter, the cash I'd tucked away for bills inexplicably gone. I shuffled to the kitchen, the linoleum cold against my bare feet. The fridge hummed, a low drone that filled the quiet. I poured a glass of water, the liquid trembling in my grip. My reflection in the window was a ghost, hollow cheeks, eyes bruised with sleeplessness. I'd always trusted Mara. 15 years of marriage, 2 kids, a mortgage we could barely afford. She was my anchor. But lately, she was a shadow, slipping through my fingers. The missing money, the late nights she claimed were work, the way her perfume clung to her like a lie. It was all piling up, a house of cards I was too afraid to touch. I opened my wallet, the leather worn soft from years of use. $20 left. I'd put 60 in there yesterday. My pulse thudded in my ears. I wanted to storm upstairs, shake her awake, demand answers. But what if I was wrong? What if I was just paranoid, seeing betrayal where there was only exhaustion? I sank into a chair, the wood creaking under me, and stared at the table where we used to laugh over coffee, back when her smile felt like home. The next morning, sunlight sliced through the curtains, sharp and unforgiving. Mara was already up, her side of the bed cold. I found her in the kitchen, stirring oatmeal, her dark hair pulled into a messy bun. She looked fragile, like porcelain about to crack. "Morning," she mumbled, not meeting my eyes. The kids, Lily and Max, were at the table, bickering over a cereal box. "Normal. Too normal." "Mara," I said, my voice low, "we need to talk." Her spoon paused mid-stir, and for a moment her shoulders stiffened. Then she turned, her smile tight, like a mask stitched on too quickly. "About what?" she asked, her tone light but her eyes flickering with something. Guilt? Fear? I couldn't tell. "The money," I said, keeping my voice steady. "It's gone again. $60 yesterday. Now 20. Her lips parted, but no sound came. Lily looked up, her spoon clattering against her bowl. "Dad, you always lose stuff," she said, rolling her eyes. Mara laughed, a brittle sound, and ruffled Lily's hair. "He's right, sweetie. Your dad's always misplacing things." Her words were playful, but her gaze slid past me, landing on the window. I felt a prickle of anger. She was dismissing me, rewriting my reality. "I'm not misplacing anything," I said, sharper than I meant. Max glanced up, his small face creased with worry. I softened my tone. "Mara, where's it going? The cash, I mean." She shrugged, turning back to the stove. "Maybe you spent it and forgot. You've been stressed, David." Her voice was smooth now, practiced. I wanted to believe her. God, I did. But the doubt was a splinter under my skin, impossible to ignore. That night I couldn't sleep. Mara's breathing was soft beside me, but it felt like a performance. I slipped out of bed, careful not to wake her, and crept to her side of the room. Her purse sat on the dresser, a black leather void. My hands shook as I unzipped it. I hated myself for this, for doubting her, but I needed answers. Inside, I found her phone, a pack of gum, and a folded receipt. No cash. The receipt was from a gas station, dated yesterday, 11:47 p.m. My stomach twisted. She'd said she was working late, not driving around. I powered on her phone, the screen glowing like a betrayal. Her passcode, our anniversary, unlocked it easily. Too easily. My thumb hovered over her messages. This was a line I couldn't uncross. But I scrolled anyway, my heart hammering. A text from an unsaved number. "Meet me at the usual spot. 11:30, bring it." My mouth went dry. Another message, older. "You're late. Don't make me wait again." No names, no context, just demands. I felt sick, like the floor was tilting beneath me. The next day I followed her. I called in sick, my voice shaking as I lied to my boss. Mara left the house at 9 p.m., claiming another late shift. I waited 10 minutes, then tailed her in our old sedan, keeping my distance. The city lights blurred past, a kaleidoscope of neon and shadow. She pulled into a gas station, the same one from the receipt. I parked across the street, my hands clammy on the wheel. A man leaned against a pickup truck, his face obscured by a baseball cap. Mara got out, her movements quick, furtive. She handed him something, a small envelope. He pocketed it, said something I couldn't hear, and drove off. I wanted to scream, to confront her, but my body wouldn't move. My wife, my Mara, was slipping money to a stranger in the dead of night. Was it an affair? Blackmail? Something worse? I drove home, my mind a storm of questions, each one cutting deeper. When she came home, I was waiting in the living room, the lamp casting harsh shadows across her face. "Who is he?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper. She froze, her keys slipping from her hand. "What are you talking about?" she said, but her voice cracked, betraying her. "I followed you." I admitted, the words heavy with shame. "The gas station. The envelope." "Who is he, Mara?" Her face crumpled, and for a moment, I thought she'd cry. But she didn't. She sank onto the couch, her hands twisting in her lap. "David, I didn't want you to find out like this," she said, her voice small. "It's not what you think." "Then tell me," I shouted, my restraint snapping. "Tell me why you're sneaking around, why our money keeps disappearing." She looked up, her eyes wet but steady. "It's for Lily," she whispered. My heart stopped. "She's sick, David. Really sick. The doctors, they said it's rare, experimental treatments, thousands we don't have. I couldn't tell you. You'd worry, you'd blame yourself." "Sick," I echoed, my voice hollow. "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because you'd try to fix it," she said, tears spilling now. "And you can't. I found someone, a guy who gets me the meds, off the books. It's expensive. I've been taking the cash to pay him." I stared at her, the room spinning. Lily, our daughter, sick? And Mara carrying this alone? Relief and rage collided in my chest. "Why didn't you trust me?" I asked, my voice breaking. "I was protecting you," she said, but the words felt hollow. She'd lied, hidden, betrayed me, not with another man, but with a secret that shattered our world. I wanted to hold her, to scream at her, to fix everything. But all I could do was sit there, the truth a knife in my heart, knowing our life would never be the same.